story, Feeding the Geese. Chapter 1, The Morning Walk. Scene 1. A peaceful morning, the sun rises gently over the horizon, painting the sky in soft shades of pink and gold. The world awakens to the soothing melody of birdsong, a chorus of nature's own creation. Dewdrops glisten like tiny diamonds on the blades of grass, and a gentle breeze rustles the leaves on the trees. It's a morning that beckons the soul to step outdoors and savor the tranquility that only nature can provide. The main character, whether a child or an adult, takes their first step onto the path, where the ground is soft beneath their feet. The air is crisp, carrying with it the earthy scent of the nearby pond. As they walk, they listen to the symphony of nature, the whispering of leaves, and the distant murmur of water. It's a moment of serenity, a time to leave the worries of the world behind and embrace the beauty of this new day. With each step, the character feels a sense of calm and connection to the world around them. The promise of adventure and discovery lingers in the air, setting the stage for the morning's journey. This scene sets a tranquil and inviting atmosphere for the story, drawing readers into the peaceful morning and the character's connection with nature. Scene 2. Meet the character. In the soft embrace of the morning's first light, we meet our main character. She is a child named Lily, a spirited and curious girl of about 8 years old. Her eyes sparkle with the wonder of the world, and her heart brims with kindness. Lily has a mop of golden hair that dances in the breeze as she walks. She's dressed in comfortable clothes, ready for her daily adventures. Her backpack swings lightly on her shoulders, carrying treasures she might collect along the way. Lily has always had a special connection with nature. She's the kind of child who stops to examine a delicate flower, who listens intently to the songs of birds, and who understands the language of the wind rustling through the trees. Morning walks are her favorite time of day, a time when she can explore the mysteries of the natural world and discover the beauty hidden in every nook and cranny. With a bright smile and a heart full of curiosity, Lily takes each step on this peaceful morning walk with a sense of anticipation and wonder. She knows that today, like every day, holds the promise of new discoveries and the joy of connecting with the world around her. This introduction establishes Lily as the protagonist of the story, a child who embodies a deep love for nature and a sense of adventure that will lead her to the geese and their story in the following chapters. Scene 3. The tranquil setting. As Lily continues her morning walk, the path leads her to a place of serene beauty. Before her, nestled within the embrace of the forest, lies a calm pond. Its surface is like a mirror, reflecting the delicate colors of the sky above. Water lilies float gracefully, their leaves kissed by the gentle ripples. The tranquil park that surrounds the pond is a haven of natural harmony. Towering trees with branches outstretched like welcoming arms provide a canopy of shade, filtering the golden sunlight. The air carries the faint scent of wildflowers, and the earth underfoot is soft with fallen leaves. Around the pond, benches wait patiently for visitors to sit and enjoy the view. Ducks glide gracefully on the water, creating tiny ripples in their wake. Dragonflies dart playfully through the air, adding a touch of magic to the scene. Lily often finds herself drawn to this place, where the rhythm of nature's heartbeat can be felt with every breath. It's a place of reflection and connection, where the world slows down, and the cares of the day seem to fade into the background. As Lily walks along the path that hugs the pond's edge, she takes in the beauty of the surroundings. It's a morning like no other, a canvas of tranquility that sets the stage for the enchanting encounter with the geese that awaits her. This description immerses the reader in the peaceful and picturesque setting, enhancing the sense of tranquility and anticipation for the rest of the story. Lily is an enchanting child of about 8 years old with a heart as bright as the morning sun. Her appearance reflects her love for the outdoors and her connection to the natural world. Lily's hair is a cascade of golden curls that frame her face like a halo. It dances and bounces with each step she takes, a vivid reminder of her boundless energy and joy. Her eyes, the color of the clearest sky, sparkle with curiosity and wonder. They hold a glimmer of anticipation for the adventures that await her on this morning walk. She wears comfortable clothing, perfect for exploration. A pair of worn-in sneakers carries the dust of many adventures, and her jeans are splashed with the evidence of countless puddle-jumping escapades. A colorful t-shirt adorned with nature-themed illustrations completes her outfit, showcasing her love for all things wild and wonderful. But it's not just Lily's appearance that makes her special, it's her personality. She possesses an insatiable curiosity about the world around her. Lily is a fearless explorer who isn't afraid to get her hands dirty or her shoes wet in her quest for discovery. She believes that every rock, every flower, and every creature has a story to tell, and she's eager to listen. Lily's heart overflows with kindness and empathy. She has a way of making friends with the shyest animals and the loneliest trees. Her laughter is infectious, and her smile can brighten even the cloudiest day. Above all, Lily's greatest interest is her connection to nature. She revels in the sounds of the forest, the songs of birds, and the rustling of leaves. Her morning walks are her cherished moments of solitude and connection, a time when she can be herself, surrounded by the beauty of the natural world. Lily's love for morning walks and being in nature runs deep. It's a passion that's woven into the very fabric of her being. For her, there's something magical about the early hours of the day when the world is still waking up. The tranquility of the morning, broken only by the gentle chorus of birdsong, brings a sense of peace to her soul. It's a time when she can escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and simply be. In nature, Lily finds solace and inspiration. She believes that there's wisdom in the rustling leaves, poetry in the babbling brooks, and stories in the footprints left by creatures in the dew-kissed grass. Being in nature is like entering a grand library filled with tales waiting to be discovered. But it's not just about what she can take from nature, it's also about what she can give back. Lily believes in the importance of being a steward of the earth. She picks up litter along her walks, nurtures sick or injured animals she encounters, and plants wildflower seeds to bring color to forgotten corners of the park. To Lily, morning walks are a sacred ritual of connection. They're a chance to greet old friends, like the wise oak tree by the pond, and to make new ones, like the dragonfly that dances around her. Each walk is an opportunity to learn, to marvel, and to be grateful for the wonders of the world. So, as she continues on her morning walk, a sense of purpose fills Lily's heart. She knows that today, like every day, holds the promise of not only self-discovery but also of giving back to the natural world that has given her so much joy. This insight into Lily's deep connection with nature adds depth to her character and further explains why she finds solace and inspiration in morning walks and the beauty of the world around her. The start of the journey, the sun had just begun to stretch its golden fingers over the horizon as Lily stepped out of her cozy cottage. The world was bathed in a soft rosy hue, and the air carried the crispness of a new day. It was the perfect morning for a rhythmic journey. Lily's sneakers lightly crunched the gravel path beneath her feet as she made her way to the edge of the forest. She carried her backpack and the small bag of breadcrumbs, a familiar companion on these morning walks. The forest beckoned her, and she couldn't resist its call. With each step, the tranquility of the morning wrapped around her like a comforting blanket. The dew-kissed grass sparkled in the gentle light, and the leaves overhead whispered secrets of the night. Birds welcomed her with their melodic symphony as if inviting her to join in their chorus. Lily's heart swelled with anticipation as she approached the serene pond, the heart of her morning walk. The water mirrored the sky's delicate palette, and a family of ducks glided gracefully on its surface. Lily couldn't help but smile. It was a moment of pure serenity. As she reached the pond's edge, Lily paused, taking in the beauty that surrounded her. She knew that today's journey would be filled with surprises, lessons, and the rhythmic melody of nature. With a deep breath, she opened her backpack, ready to share the joy of her morning walk with some special friends, the geese who awaited her daily visit. This scene sets the stage for Lily's morning walk, highlighting the serene and enchanting atmosphere of the early hours. It captures her anticipation and eagerness as she embarks on her rhythmic journey, ready to embrace the beauty of nature and the companionship of the geese. Nature's embrace as Lily stepped further into the heart of nature, a sense of calm washed over her. The familiar melodies of the forest surrounded her, and the gentle rustling of leaves played like a lullaby to her soul. The air carried a blend of earthy scents, from damp soil to the sweet fragrance of wildflowers, that filled her senses with contentment. She couldn't help but think about how the world transformed in the early morning hours. It was as if nature had a secret that it only revealed to those who woke with the sun. The world felt untouched, unspoiled, and full of promise. Lily's thoughts drifted to the geese by the pond. She imagined their graceful presence, their webbed feet gliding effortlessly on the water's surface. They were like old friends she couldn't wait to reunite with, sharing the same tranquil space each morning. A sense of anticipation bubbled within her. She knew that her encounters with the geese were more than just feeding sessions. They were moments of connection, communication without words. She often wondered what the geese thought as they gathered around her, their feathers ruffled by the breeze. As she continued her walk, Lily's heart swelled with gratitude for these precious moments of communion with nature. She knew that in this serene setting, she was part of something much larger than herself, a symphony of life and rhythm that played on morning after morning. This edition delves into Lily's thoughts and emotions as she immerses herself in nature. It highlights her deep appreciation for the early morning world, her anticipation of meeting the geese, and her sense of connection to the natural rhythm of life. Chapter 2, Scene 1. A serene gathering. As Lily continued her rhythmic journey along the path, the gentle gurgling of water grew louder in her ears. She knew she was nearing the pond, and with every step, her heart quickened in anticipation of her feathered friends. Finally, she reached the water's edge, and there they were. A congregation of geese, their elegant forms mirrored in the pond's tranquil surface. They moved gracefully, their white and gray plumage shimmering in the morning light. Lily couldn't help but marvel at their beauty. The geese appeared to be in the midst of a serene gathering. Some swam in pairs, while others preened their feathers on the mossy bank. A few young goslings paddled close to their parents, learning the ways of the water. Lily couldn't contain her delight. Their presence always filled her with joy. As she approached, the geese regarded her with their curious, ebony eyes. Lily sensed a connection with these creatures, a silent understanding that transcended words. She knew that the bond they shared was a testament to the harmonious rhythm of nature. With a gentle smile, Lily reached into her backpack and retrieved the bag of breadcrumbs. She felt a sense of responsibility and care for these majestic beings, and she knew that the act of feeding them would be more than just nourishment. It would be a harmonious dance of giving and receiving. This scene captures the magical moment when Lily encounters the geese by the water, emphasizing their graceful presence and the sense of connection that binds them. It sets the stage for the rhythmic interaction between Lily and the geese as she prepares to share her offering of breadcrumbs. Chapter 3, Scene 1. A heartfelt decision. As Lily stood by the tranquil pond, watching the graceful geese glide across the water's surface, a warmth filled her heart. The rhythmic ebb and flow of nature's symphony surrounded her, and in this moment she made a heartfelt decision. With a determined yet gentle spirit, she reached into her backpack and retrieved the bag of breadcrumbs she had brought along. It felt like a treasure trove, and she held it in her hands with a sense of purpose. The geese, sensing her intention, had drawn nearer. Their ebony eyes locked onto hers as if acknowledging her choice. Lily knew that this was more than a simple act. It was an offering, a gesture of harmony and connection. With a serene smile, she began to sprinkle breadcrumbs onto the ground. The breadcrumbs fell like stardust, creating a soft, rhythmic patter as they met the earth. The geese, inquisitive and graceful, approached the offering with a quiet reverence. Lily's heart swelled with a profound sense of unity. In this act of giving, she felt a bond with the geese and with the natural world that surrounded her. The decision to feed them was not just about sustenance, it was about becoming part of the timeless rhythm of life. As she continued to scatter breadcrumbs, she whispered words of gratitude to the geese and to the world that had brought them together on this harmonious morning. She knew that this was a moment to be cherished, a moment where the rhythms of nature and the beating of her own heart were perfectly synchronized. This scene portrays Lily's heartfelt decision to feed the geese as an offering of harmony and connection with the natural world. It emphasizes the sense of unity and gratitude she feels in this moment, setting the stage for the rhythmic interaction between her and the geese as she shares her offering. Scene 2. Gathering nourishment. With a sense of purpose, Lily knelt beside the tranquil pond. She reached into her backpack, her fingers dancing among the contents, until they found the small bag of breadcrumbs she had brought along for this very moment. The breadcrumbs were like tiny treasures, each crumb a potential connection to the graceful geese that awaited her offering. She gathered a handful of them, feeling their delicate texture against her skin. They were soft and powdery, a perfect gift for her feathered friends. As she held the breadcrumbs in her palm, she marveled at the simplicity of this act. In this small gesture, she felt a profound connection to the natural world around her. The breadcrumbs were not just food, they were a bridge between her world and the world of the geese. With each breadcrumb she collected, she thought about the geese and their daily rhythms. She imagined their graceful movements and the way they added their own melodies to the symphony of nature. She knew that this offering would be a part of that symphony, a note of harmony in the grand composition of life. With her bag of breadcrumbs in hand, Lily rose to her feet. Her heart beat in time with the rhythm of the morning, and she felt a sense of anticipation. The geese awaited her, their ebony eyes reflecting the serenity of the pond. Lily took a deep breath, feeling the cool morning air fill her lungs. She was ready to share her offering, to become a part of the timeless dance of nature. With a gentle smile, she began to walk towards the geese, her footsteps joining the rhythmic cadence of the morning. This addition portrays the moment when Lily gathers breadcrumbs for the geese, emphasizing the simplicity and profound connection in this act. It sets the stage for her interaction with the geese as she prepares to share her offering with them. Chapter 4. A cautious approach. Lily's steps were measured, each one a careful beat in the rhythm of her approach. The geese, with their elegant plumage and serene presence, remained by the water's edge, their ebony eyes watching her every move. As she drew closer, the The morning sunlight bathed the scene in a gentle glow, casting a golden hue on the pond's surface. It was as though nature itself was bestowing its blessing upon this moment. Lily's heart, though cautious, was filled with a sense of reverence. She recognized the importance of this encounter, not just for herself, but for the geese and the entire tapestry of life that surrounded them. The geese, sensing her approach, remained still, their graceful necks extended in a posture of curiosity. Their feathers seemed to shimmer in the morning light, creating a visual symphony that danced alongside the rhythmic cadence of nature. With each step, Lily felt the earth beneath her feet, a reminder of her connection to the world around her. She whispered words of gentleness and respect to the geese, her voice a harmonious note in the quiet symphony of the morning. As she reached a distance where she could comfortably interact with the geese, she stopped and knelt down. Her presence was now fully integrated into the rhythm of this tranquil scene. The geese, their trust growing with each passing moment, began to approach her with a sense of serenity. This scene depicts Lily's cautious approach to the geese, highlighting her respect for the moment and the sense of reverence she feels for this encounter. It emphasizes the harmony of the natural world and the growing connection between Lily and the geese as they share this tranquil morning. Gentle exchanges, Lily's heart beat in tune with the peaceful rhythm of the morning as she knelt by the water's edge, her bag of breadcrumbs in hand. The geese, their ebony eyes filled with a blend of curiosity and trust, regarded her with a sense of calm. With a delicate touch, Lily extended her hand, offering a few breadcrumbs to the nearest goose. The breadcrumb fell gracefully from her hand, a tiny offering to this feathered companion. The goose, without hesitation, bent its neck to gracefully pluck the morsel from her palm. This simple exchange held a profound beauty. It was a gesture of trust, a bridge between species, and a reminder of the interconnectedness of all living beings. The geese, now comfortable in her presence, began to approach her with more confidence. As Lily continued to offer breadcrumbs, the interactions between her and the geese took on a gentle choreography. They moved with grace and fluidity, a dance of trust and communion. Her fingers brushed against their soft feathers, and their beaks met her hand with gentle precision. The morning seemed to hold its breath as this harmonious exchange unfolded. Lily's heart swelled with gratitude for the opportunity to share this moment of connection with these elegant creatures. It was a reminder that in the quiet moments of life, profound bonds could be forged. The geese, their bellies satisfied and their trust earned, lingered by the water's edge. Lily watched them with a sense of wonder, knowing that this encounter would forever be a part of her own personal rhythm. This edition captures the interactions between Lily and the geese, emphasizing the gentle and trusting exchanges that take place during the feeding. It highlights the beauty and significance of these moments of connection between different species, as well as the sense of wonder and gratitude that accompanies them. Chapter 5. A feast begins with a sense of reverence and care. Lily opened her bag of breadcrumbs wider, signaling the beginning of their feast. The geese, their eyes gleaming with anticipation, gathered around her in a gentle, rhythmic pattern. As Lily scattered the first handful of breadcrumbs onto the ground, it was as if nature itself had orchestrated this moment. The crumbs fell like tiny notes in a grand symphony, creating a beautiful melody of nourishment and communion. The geese, with their graceful necks and outstretched wings, moved in harmony with the rhythm of Lily's offerings. Each morsel was met with gratitude, and their synchronized movements created a dance of unity and shared sustenance. With each handful of breadcrumbs, Lily felt a deeper connection with the geese and the natural world. The act of feeding them became a profound act of giving and receiving, a reminder that in the simple moments of life, we can find profound beauty. Time seemed to lose its hold in this tranquil morning. The sun's rays painted a warm canvas, and the air was filled with the soft rustling of feathers and the gentle sound of contented pecks. Lily's heart swelled with a sense of fulfillment as she witnessed the geese enjoying their meal. This chapter captures the beginning of the feeding session, highlighting the sense of anticipation and unity between Lily and the geese. It emphasizes the beauty of the moment as nature and humans come together in a shared act of nourishment and communion. A feast begins with a sense of reverence and care. Lily opened her bag of breadcrumbs wider, signaling the beginning of their feast. The geese, their eyes gleaming with anticipation, gathered around her in a gentle, rhythmic pattern. As Lily scattered the first handful of breadcrumbs onto the ground, it was as if nature itself had orchestrated this moment. The crumbs fell like tiny notes in a grand symphony, creating a beautiful melody of nourishment and communion. The geese, with their graceful necks and outstretched wings, moved in harmony with the rhythm of Lily's offerings. Each morsel was met with gratitude, and their synchronized movements created a dance of unity and shared sustenance. With each handful of breadcrumbs, Lily felt a deeper connection with the geese and the natural world. The act of feeding them became a profound act of giving and receiving, a reminder that in the simple moments of life, we can find profound beauty. Time seemed to lose its hold in this tranquil morning. The sun's rays painted a warm canvas, and the air was filled with the soft rustling of feathers and the gentle sound of contented pecks. Lily's heart swelled with a sense of fulfillment as she witnessed the geese eagerly enjoying their meal. This edition depicts the geese's enthusiastic enjoyment of the food, emphasizing the beauty of their synchronized movements and the sense of unity and shared sustenance during the feast. Chapter 6. Insights unfold as Lily continued to feed the geese. She couldn't help but notice the fascinating intricacies of their behavior. Each goose seemed to have its own unique personality and role within the group. She observed the graceful leader, a regal figure with a dignified presence, who directed the others with subtle nods and gestures. It was as if they communicated in a language known only to them, a silent symphony of understanding. Lily also noticed the vigilant sentinels, positioned at the outskirts of the group, keeping a watchful eye on their surroundings. Their commitment to the safety of the flock was unwavering, and it filled Lily with admiration. Amidst the feeding frenzy, there were moments of tenderness. She saw a pair of geese nuzzling affectionately, reaffirming the bonds of companionship within the group. It was a reminder that even in the natural world, love and connection played a significant role. With each observation, Lily's understanding of geese deepened. She marveled at their sense of community, their reliance and teamwork, and their ability to adapt to their environment. It was a lesson in the beauty of nature's intricacies and the importance of harmony within a group. As the feeding continued, Lily found herself not only nourishing the geese but also nourishing her own curiosity and appreciation for the natural world. The geese had become her teachers, and this serene morning had transformed into a classroom where she learned valuable lessons about the harmony of life. This chapter highlights Lily's observations and learnings about the geese during the feeding, emphasizing their unique personalities and roles within the group. It also underscores the importance of teamwork and companionship in the natural world, offering a lesson in the beauty of nature's intricacies. Insights unfold as Lily continued to feed the geese. She couldn't help but notice the fascinating intricacies of their behavior. Each goose seemed to have its own unique personality and role within the group. She observed the graceful leader, a regal figure with a dignified presence, who directed the others with subtle nods and gestures. It was as if they communicated in a language known only to them, a silent symphony of understanding. Lily also noticed the vigilant sentinels, positioned at the outskirts of the group, keeping a watchful eye on their surroundings. Their commitment to the safety of the flock was unwavering, and it filled Lily with admiration. Amidst the feeding frenzy, there were moments of tenderness. She saw a pair of geese nuzzling affectionately, reaffirming the bonds of companionship within the group. It was a reminder that even in the natural world, love and connection played a significant role. With each observation, Lily's understanding of geese deepened. She marveled at their sense of community, their reliance on teamwork, and their ability to adapt to their environment. It was a lesson in the beauty of nature's intricacies and the importance of harmony within a group. Eager to share her newfound knowledge, Lily began to speak softly to the geese. "Did you know," she whispered, "that geese are incredible navigators? They can fly long distances, often in V-shaped formations, to conserve energy during migration. They even take turns leading the flock to reduce fatigue." The geese seemed to listen intently, their eyes reflecting a sense of recognition. It was as if they appreciated Lily's effort to connect with them on a deeper level. And as the morning continued, Lily shared more interesting facts about these remarkable birds, strengthening the bond between them. This edition introduces interesting facts about geese as Lily shares her newfound knowledge with them, deepening their connection and appreciation for each other. It adds an educational element to the story, highlighting the intelligence and adaptability of geese. Chapter 7. Heartfelt connection. As the gentle morning sun bathed the tranquil scene, the character couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of connection. It was as if they had become a part of the very essence of nature itself. With each handful of breadcrumbs offered to the geese, a shared understanding seemed to grow. The character could sense the rhythm of the natural world, the ebb and flow of life that extended beyond their own existence. The geese, once strangers, had become friends. They no longer seemed like separate creatures. Instead, they were all inhabitants of this serene moment in time. The character whispered words of gratitude to the geese, thanking them for allowing this beautiful connection to unfold. In their eyes, they saw a reflection of the world's harmony, a reminder that even in the hustle and bustle of life, there was a place for stillness and communion with nature. It was a simple act of feeding the geese, but it had transformed into something profound. The character's heart swelled with a sense of belonging to a world much greater than themselves, where every living being had a role to play, and every moment held a lesson. As the character continued to feed the geese, they closed their eyes for a brief moment, savoring the symphony of nature's sounds, the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant song of birds, and the soft splashes of water. In that instant, they knew they were exactly where they were meant to be, part of the grand tapestry of life, bound by the threads of love and understanding. This edition emphasizes the character's deepening connection with nature and the geese, portraying the transformative power of a simple act of kindness and communion with the natural world. It conveys a sense of harmony and belonging in the larger scheme of life. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden hue across the tranquil pond, our main character couldn't help but pause. A serene stillness enveloped the surroundings, broken only by the gentle ripple of the water and the soft quacks of the geese. In that quiet moment they stood, breadcrumbs in hand, gazing out at the scene before them. The world seemed to slow down, and for the first time in a long while, the stresses and worries of daily life faded into insignificance. The character could feel the weight of the world lift from their shoulders as they absorbed the tranquility that nature so generously offered. The geese, now accustomed to their presence, continued to swim gracefully in the pond. Their rhythmic movements mirrored the character's own sense of inner calm. There was a connection here, a unity with the natural world that felt profoundly soothing. It was in this stillness, amid the gentle embrace of nature, that the character found solace and clarity. In this moment of reflection, they realized that the world had a way of restoring balance and bringing peace to the soul. As the sun dipped lower and the sky turned shades of pink and lavender, the character knew that this morning by the pond had gifted them something priceless: the wisdom of tranquility. It was a reminder that, amidst life's chaos, there would always be moments of serenity to cherish, and that by connecting with nature, we could find solace and renewal. With a heart full of gratitude, the character knew that these moments of tranquility by the pond would stay with them, a precious reminder of the beauty that surrounds us, and the peace that can be found in the simplest of moments. Chapter 8: A Farewell to Feathered Friends. Reluctantly, the main character began to withdraw from the enchanting world they had shared with the geese. With each step away from the water's edge, a sense of nostalgia filled their heart. The geese, sensing the departure of their newfound friend, gathered together near the shoreline. They gazed at the character with a mix of gratitude and curiosity, as if bidding farewell to a cherished companion. As the character walked away, their heart remained in the tranquil presence of the geese and the serene landscape. The lessons learned during this morning's journey echoed in their mind, a reminder that even in the simplest moments of life, there was wisdom to be found. With every step homeward, the character carried with them the sense of unity they had experienced. They knew that the bond with nature and the geese would forever be a part of them, a treasure to cherish in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. The journey back was a contemplative one, filled with thoughts of the geese and the morning's revelations. The character felt a renewed connection not only to the natural world but also to themselves, a sense of inner peace and fulfillment that would stay with them long after the morning mist had lifted. And so, with a heart full of gratitude and a newfound appreciation for the beauty of simplicity, the character returned to their daily life, forever carrying the memory of their rhythmic encounter with the geese by the tranquil waters. This addition to Chapter 8 encapsulates the character's farewell to the geese and their contemplative journey back home. It emphasizes the lasting impact of the encounter on the character's perspective and their sense of unity with nature. A Farewell to Feathered Friends continued as the character walked away. Their heart remained in the tranquil presence of the geese and the serene landscape. They couldn't help but smile, feeling a profound sense of contentment wash over them. It was a contentment that came from a morning well spent, a heartwarming connection forged, and the simple beauty of nature embraced. With each step, the character's spirit felt lighter, and their pace seemed to mirror the gentle rhythm of the natural world around them. The rustling leaves, the distant murmur of the water, and the soft calls of the geese blended harmoniously, creating a symphony of serenity that resonated deep within. The feeling of fulfillment grew stronger with every passing moment. It wasn't just about feeding the geese, it was about the connection formed, the wisdom gained, and the reminder that moments of pure tranquility were to be treasured. As the character reached the threshold of their home, they paused for a moment, looking back at the path that had led them to the geese. Their hearts swelled with gratitude for the experience, a morning that had left them feeling deeply content, fulfilled, and at one with the world around them. With a final glance toward the distant waters where the geese still lingered, the character stepped inside their home, carrying the peaceful essence of the morning with them. It was a morning that had brought a sense of harmony not only to their surroundings, but also to their soul. This scene describes the character's feelings of contentment and fulfillment as they depart from the geese and the natural setting. It emphasizes the lasting impact of the encounter on their inner state and their connection with nature. The geese had left an indelible mark on their heart. It wasn't just a one-time experience. It was the beginning of a beautiful daily ritual. The tranquility of those mornings spent with the geese had become an essential part of their life. With each new day, as the sun painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, the character eagerly set out on their morning walk. It had now transformed into a purposeful journey, one that brought joy not only to them but also to their feathered friends. The geese, too, seemed to anticipate their visitors' arrival. As the character approached the tranquil pond, the geese would gather near the water's edge, their gentle honks a welcoming chorus. It was a testament to the connection that had blossomed between the character and these majestic creatures. Feeding the geese had become a dance of sorts. The character would scatter breadcrumbs on the ground, and the geese, in their elegant way, would gracefully approach and partake in the feast. It was a daily communion with nature, a shared moment of serenity and gratitude. The character learned more about the geese with each passing day, about their habits, their migration patterns, and their intricate social structures. It was a journey of discovery, not only about these avian companions, but also about the character's own connection with the natural world. The daily ritual of feeding the geese had become a source of solace and inspiration. It grounded the character in the beauty of simplicity and reminded them of the profound bond that could be formed with the gentlest of gestures. Chapter 10. Embracing nature's gift. As time passed, the character couldn't help but reflect on the profound change that had taken place in their life since that first encounter with the geese. It wasn't just about a morning walk anymore. It was about the transformational power of connecting with nature. The daily ritual of feeding the geese had become a sacred moment of communion with the natural world. It was a reminder that amidst the chaos of modern life, there existed pockets of tranquility and serenity waiting to be discovered. The character had learned that nature had its language, a language of rustling leaves, chirping birds, and gentle ripples on the pond. It was a language that spoke to the soul, offering solace and wisdom to those who listen. As they walked away from the tranquil pond each morning, their heart was light and their spirit was renewed. They had learned that in the embrace of nature, one could find solace, wisdom, and a sense of belonging. And in that realization, they had discovered a treasure that would enrich their life for years to come. This concluding chapter emphasizes the transformative power of connecting with nature and the profound impact it has on the character's life. It underscores the importance of slowing down, being present, and finding solace in the natural world. Conclusion and reflection. In the heartwarming journey of feeding the geese, we find a timeless message about the joy of simple acts of kindness and the beauty of connecting with wildlife. This story serves as a gentle reminder that in the hustle and bustle of our lives, it is often the small, genuine gestures of compassion that bring us the most profound happiness. Through the character's daily ritual of feeding the geese, we have witnessed the transformative power of such acts. The joy they experience is not merely from providing sustenance to the geese, but from forging a bond with the natural world. It is a reminder that our connection with wildlife can be a source of solace, wonder, and inspiration. In the soft ripple of a pond, the gentle quacks of geese, and the shared moments of communion with these creatures, we discover the beauty of the world around us. We learn that kindness need not be grandiose or extravagant. It can be as simple as a handful of breadcrumbs and a moment of shared serenity. As we reflect on this story, may we be inspired to seek out similar moments in our own lives, to connect with the natural world and its inhabitants, and to experience the profound joy that comes from acts of kindness, no matter how small. In doing so, we find ourselves not only nourishing the creatures we encounter, but also nurturing our own spirits and fostering a deeper appreciation for the beauty that surrounds us. Feeding the geese is a gentle ode to the harmonious relationship that can exist between humans and the wildlife with which we share our planet. It reminds us that in these connections, we discover not only the joy of giving, but also the splendor of receiving the unspoken gifts of nature. May this story encourage us to embrace the simplicity of kind gestures and inspire us to savor the beauty of our world, one breadcrumb at a time.